Grand Rising, all kings and queens, all gods and goddesses, all beautiful people. I am Be Floss to God, and today I'm just going to be talking about manifesting and free will. Right? Free will. Manifesting and free will. Right? Now, yes, we all have free will to manifest whatever it is that we want. We have free will to imagine whatever it is that we want. Alright? But when it comes to individually setting our intentions to manifest our desires, alright? Let's say you as another person, if a person is setting their attention to manifest their desires, right? You as another person, like you don't have any free will in terms of when it comes to that other person setting that intention, right? And what I mean by this is that we are all one pushed out, right? There's only one consciousness, one supreme being, one God, one Lord, right? That we all sprang forth from, that one consciousness. Okay? So if a person sets an intention to manifest a particular thing, right? Each of us plays a part, right? In order to aid that person to get whatever it is they desire, right? So basically, it's like we don't actually really have any free will when it comes to like people manifesting their desires, all right? And the same goes for you too if you manifesting something for yourself. Like each person will play their part if they have to play their part in order to get you what it is you desire, right? The same way as if you want to manifest to hear a particular thing from a particular person, right? Because whatever you imagine, whatever it is that you believe, it has to come to pass. That is why it is always good when you're setting intentions for something and trying to manifest something, do it lovingly, do it out of love. All right? No, when it comes to free will and you're deciding to use this law unlovingly, right? If you're setting the intention, now, say, let's say for a particular person, right? You want to manifest something to do with that other person, but it's unlovingly. It isn't love. It isn't nothing loving, right? It is out of, let's say, hate or anger, right? And you're not setting the intentions for something lovingly for that other person, right? Now, if that person, right, is in a dwelling in a higher state, right, in a loving state, a state of peace, a state of being of thankfulness, a state of joy and happiness, right? Furthermore, even if that person, whatever the intention that you're setting for that person, if they wouldn't set that intention for themselves or for another, well, that unloving intention that you set for that person, it wouldn't affect them, but it will return right back to you. Right? That's why you got to be careful when you're setting intentions, especially for other people. Always do it lovingly. Always do it out of love, because God is love. Even though God is playing all the parts, the thief, the burglar, the lawyer, the prostitute, the whatever, the hateful person, the killer, God is playing all the parts, right? But above all things, God is love. And love is one of the most powerful um, forces on the planet, if not the most powerful force on the planet. All right. So anytime you're setting the intentions for anything of for any person, right? Always do it lovingly. Always do it out of love, right? But when it comes to free will and manifesting, it is free will is an illusion, right? Because we all play the parts in order to help a person to achieve whatever it is they desire. All right. Because some people might say, well, we have free will. You can't make a person do this, do that. It's not like you're trying to like control the person or nothing like that. Because like once you set that intention, right, and you're doing it lovingly, it has to come to pass, right? Because that is just how it is. Like we are all connected, we are all one, right? It is God playing all the parts. God is playing the part right now as Be Floss to God. God is playing the part as you, and you, and you, and you, right? And there's only one consciousness. So when you sit quietly, right, and you tap into the higher realm, your higher self, right? Which is connected to every single person else. And you set that intention, right? Other people are going to pick up on it, even if they're not aware. You know what I mean? And majority of times they're not aware, right? They just think that, like, some things, like, let's say you set an intention, um, I don't know, probably to receive a call from an ex or something, or, or a message, you know, and they does end up, you set that intention and they do end up calling you or messaging you, right? Like, that person, no, they're gonna think, no, well, yeah, that was their own thoughts or whatever, right? But actually, you set the intention for that to happen. So what is that? You tapped into the higher consciousness that we're all in connection of, that we're all in connection with, because we're all one. So did they have free will when you manifested that? No, free will is an illusion. We all play the part to help each other. And just remember, anytime you set the intention, set it lovingly, especially for another person. Because if that intention that you set for them, if they wouldn't set that same intention for themselves or for another person, well, it's gonna come right back to you. So anytime you set an intention for someone, make sure it is lovingly, right? Make sure it is out of love. So even if a person, like, did you something wrong, right? They did you something really, really bad. There's means and ways of doing things. You can send them on their way out of love, right? Or furthermore, you can even set the intention for yourself, right? Being the person, know that person, whoever it is that did you wrong, come to apologize to. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. So just be careful when you're setting your intentions, right? And again, free will, it is all an illusion. Because every time a person sets the intention to manifest something, right? The universe, God, the Most High, right? Our higher selves goes about doing things, to try to make this here happen, to make this happen, this manifestation come about, right? Means and ways that we know not of on this level. So if it has to choose, if you're in England and it has to choose some person in China or something in order to get you this manifestation, guess what? It will. The only difference between you and the person in China is where y'all are living physically, and probably the rearranging of the mind, the way how you think. But both of y'all are in the human form, and both of y'all are spiritual beings having a human experience, all from that one same consciousness. So when you go in to your imagination or you speak these things, you're tapping into the higher realm, right? And you send that it's like a signal. You send that signal out there, right? It's gonna go, and the right people that are needed to bring about your manifestation will pick up on it. You set the intention for that particular person, that specific person, they will pick up on it as well. All right. So again, free will, it is all an illusion. We're all here to help each other bring about the manifestation that we need. All right. And majority of the times, as I said, we are unaware of that, of the actions we take in order to actually help a person bring about their manifestations. And majority of the times, they are unaware, right? Because let's say you didn't set the intention for something, right? And you just go and you ask a particular person for something. Let's say money. I'm gonna use money because, like, when it comes to money, like, I don't know, shh, people, they just go into a whole nother state of being. You know what I mean? And when they say that, I mean, like, sometimes you might be talking to a person good, it's all laughter and all that, but ask them for some money or something, just so out of the blue, and watch and see how their whole body language and everything starts to change, right? You know what I mean? You might just ask them for $2 or $5 or something, and the way how the body language and how they look at you and everything, it's like you asking them for $1 million or $1 billion, right? And no money, boy. And the thing is, money is just energy. But look how it has like the whole world like programmed when it comes to money. Like that's why they say money is the root of all evil, right? Not that money itself is evil, okay, but it's the actions that went along with the money. Like people got killed over money and a bunch of nonsense. People commit suicide over money. You know what I mean? It's a lot of foolishness, man. People acting greedy. You know, people lie on each other, lie on family members and stuff like that just for money. You know, so, but it's not the money itself that is evil. You know, it's the actions behind it. All right, now, right, back to the example I was speaking about. Let's say you ask a person, it's for $2 or $5 or something. You know, as I said, they might look at you strange. You know, they might tell you, no, 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 you don't have to change, even though they have it, right? Now you decide to go into your workshop, your imagination, you speak your affirmations on whatever for that particular person, right? And yes, you can manifest the opposite answer to what they told you. Because if they told you no, and you go into your imagination, right? To hear a yes, guess what? It will come about. And that same person might say, man, they have free will or whatever the case might be. And then, like, I mean, you might not receive the money from them the same time, but let's say like a day after or maybe even a week after, you see the same person. You know what I mean? And then for some reason, they just like decide to give you. You wouldn't even have to ask for it again. They would just decide no after you set that intention. That you heard a yes from the person or whatever, and that you did receive the change from them, right? They would come and give you the change, the money. Once you set that intention, and set it out of love. All right, you will see that same person come and give you the same money that you asked for. Right? And all along they might tell themselves, they have free will or whatever, and that thought was actually theirs. But it's because you set the intention. Right? Once you set the intention, you put it out there, they're gonna pick up on it. And they're gonna move to suit. Because they have to play their part. That's how powerful our imagination is. That's why it's good to use it wisely and use it lovingly. For ourselves and for another person. Alright? So again, free will is just an illusion. We're all in this together. And when you do it lovingly. Because if you set an intention for another person or whatever, and it's unlovingly and it's not what they will want for themselves or for another person, well, guess what? It's coming back to you. I am Be Flaws to God. Send you love, peace, joy, prosperity, and blessings. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, feel free to do so now. Feel free to hit the like button. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to share my videos as well. Alright? So stay tuned for more content to come. Alright? Peace and love. And do have a blessed day and happy manifestation.